Major construction of the city's $5.3 billion rail project began today, with supporters pledging it cannot be stopped. KITV4's Andrew Pereira is live in Kapolei, where crews began digging the first column to support an elevated train. Andrew?
Yeah, Paula, just off in the distance behind me, you can see that drill apparatus where Kiewit workers converged this morning to begin digging the first hole of many holes for columns that will support the elevated train. Now, despite not yet securing $1.55 billion, that's billion with a B, in federal funding, and not yet knowing the results of a federal lawsuit that hopes to stop the project, major construction is moving forward. Like a corkscrew, a giant drill burrows the first of many holes to support the columns that will hold up the 20-mile-long elevated train. Although no transit-oriented development contracts have been signed, the mayor is confident the rail system will transform this farming area into a bustling community.
This is going to give us an opportunity to renew and make more vital this particular area of land and keep people employed.
Construction of rail is moving forward, even though the Honolulu Transit Authority has yet to secure a full funding grant agreement from the federal government, expected to be worth $1.55 billion. The mayor repeated a line by Senator Dan Inouye when asked about federal dollars.
It will take World War III to eliminate us getting the $1.55 billion from the federal government. And if there's anybody who I would trust telling me that, it's Dan Inouye and the rest of our congressional delegation.
The optimism that I've heard from those folks that we're going to see those funds lets me believe that the column that you see beginning construction today is going to be standing there 100 years from now.
Now, under the limited approval that HART received from the Federal Transit Administration, another 49 of these columns can be built. HART is seeking further approval to continue building even more,
so that we can hand these guys the next area in which they can work.
Major construction began Monday with a federal lawsuit that hopes to stop the project still undecided. Rail supporters are confident they will prevail in court.
People can jump and scream and swear they're going to stop it, and they're going to have a real hard time doing it.
And Paula, back here live in East Kapolei, some of the people jumping and screaming are Honolulu City Council members. Earlier this morning, HART emailed an analysis to council members of whether it's actually cheaper to build those columns and then tear them down if that federal lawsuit led by mayoral candidate Ben Cayetano is successful. Now, interestingly enough, the council member that I spoke to said that HART recalled that email back about 15 minutes after it was sent to council members. And interestingly enough, they say that they're only willing to share that information in executive session, which means that if council members aren't willing to share that information with the media, we may never know what that analysis actually shows. Reporting live from East Kapolei, Andrew Pereira, KITV4 News. Paula, back to you.
All right, thank you, Andrew.